Salvi, GameSpot's weekly hangout every Tuesday at 2 p.m. right here on GameSpot.com. Today on the show, Titanfall is finally out on the Xbox 360. Dark Souls 2 is almost out on the PC. We got both of those on the show. Plus, new release with Mary Kish, Tech Time with Peter Brown, and also your chance to win some copies of the DLC for Call of Duty Devastation. Stay tuned for how to find out how to win one of those bad boys. But first of all, I'm your host, Danny Dwyer, Chris Waters. Thank you for joining me and slapping me in the face.
Oh, Danny, that was so fun. You came over there and it's just... Thank you for complying with my request, though, because like I was right about to slap you, and then you looked up at me and I was like, I can't hit him right on the face.
I was hoping.
Right on the... You know
we can hit right on the face, though. GameSpot's Eric Taylor, who's right here.
Hello.
How you doing, my friend?
Maybe a little later. Welcome to the show.
After the show.
Yeah.
Exactly. You are here for a very specific reason, because you were good at one video game.
Only one?
FIFA. What's the official title?
FIFA World Cup Brazil.
2014 FIFA.
Thank you. World Cup. Brazil.
With an S.
Yes, we have an exclusive first look at the World Cup video game that FIFA is releasing on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. We play a lot of it in the office, so let's just dive straight into it because we got to check this game out and show the folks at home what's going to be in this.
Are you guys going to start off with the Carnival mini game?
We're not. But when you mention like options, that's basically. Because this is based on FIFA 14 on like current gen consoles, not the next gen one. It's not coming to Xbox One or PS4. But the main thing about this is the amount of options that are in it. We're just going to play friendly, but first of all, I just want to show everyone like what's in it basically. So this is the main menu, very similar to last year's game. World Cup Brazil mode, captain your country returning. The road to World Cup is basically being able to do like a full campaign qualification. Story of qualifying is like going back and rewriting matches that happened in the real qualifying, which was in the old one too. Story of finals is going to be updated during the tournament with like, oh man, did you see that crazy comeback the US did against Ghana, which isn't going to happen right now, by the way. And they're going to redo it. There's some new skill games.
And the comeback's not going to be necessary.
No,
Yeah.
Smack talk here. Road to Rio de Janeiro. And then there's online modes. There's a bunch of stuff in here. There's like the online modes have like radio stations playing through with like podcast talking and stuff. It's really crazy.
But my favorite part about soccer video games is modes.
There's so many modes.
Wait, let me go.
Are you alternate? We're both
PES, but
classic. We're all alternate. This is one of the interesting things is that you don't choose teams concurrently anymore. You just kind of choose them one by one.
Oh yeah, wait, I can't choose.
So you can't choose, so you gotta wait for me. You've never played this, you haven't played this?
No, which means if I lose, that's why.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yes. We're gonna replay, this is USA's first game in the tournament, right? You guys are playing Ghana?
Sure, that sounds right.
I think that's about it.
Where is it? Oh,
you're in North America.
It's not listed as North America, it's CONCACAF. It's confusing me.
I like this. I've already got him off his game. He's already confused.
Good work. And now you guys have a competitive history here. There's been some FIFA tournaments in the office. There's often yelling emanating from one corner of the floor.
Yes.
Very intense FIFA competition here.
Yes, there is.
And that's just because I haven't joined in yet.
No, we'll
get less intense when I play.
You got 2 matches to play.
I don't know.
No, in this tournament, we got another one going on right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Who am I playing against?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's a knockout this time. I won. I just want to say for everyone on record, I won the first inaugural GameSpot World Cup tournament with Ireland, but only by default because I got to the final with 2 teams, Uruguay and Ireland.
Yeah, Uruguay. Realistically, Uruguay would win that.
So here's a weird thing. Like some of the teams that this FIFA World Cup game has every single team that's in that's like in FIFA. So like even all these like crazy South Pacific islands.
How many? Like 200 or something?
Yeah, easily. So like it's got Ghana in it for one, which is like they weren't actually even in FIFA 14 last year. Like Wales weren't. Yeah, there's loads of international teams that weren't in it.
Huh.
So this is the sort of the trimmings they put on these World Cup games where it's all about like the atmosphere, the crowd. Like the crowds have been updated. They're not anywhere like as good as what's on the next gen games, but they're definitely way better than they were.
There's a lot of Bob the Builders in the audience.
Look at all these USA fans.
Wow, these people are so drunk. So you're playing at Manaus. Manaus is a city at the, right on the Amazon River.
You dropping some Brazil knowledge on us?
Yeah, I am. Because that's literally all I have to contribute to this demo.
I'm going to check your Wikipedia history after
I'm telling you, man. Where's the mini game for take a boat upriver and try not to get eaten by deadly fish?
This is a soccer game.
Okay,
Chris
fair enough.
Waters. There's enough excitement about the World Cup on its own without having to add silly mini games.
I do really enjoy the World Cup. That's the one time of my life when I like get psyched to actually watch soccer games and seek it out at weird hours.
And did the US have they got knocked out once or twice by Ghana in the World Cup?
I know last time they did.
Yeah.
I think in 2006 they did as well.
It's pretty impressive looking Clint Dempsey. So this is the other thing. They're watching outside the White House.
What's the Capitol building?
Oh,
The
nice.
Capitol building, sorry. So like they've got Trafalgar Square for England. They had like an Irish street for Ireland somewhere in Dublin as well.
We were wondering if they had one in the US, and there we go.
Yeah.
It's confirmation.
So if your team scores, then it will cut back.
How many
style.
countries do you think have that?
Probably like 5.
I don't know. I'm surprised Ireland did.
I mean, we didn't see the Ghanaian capital.
let's
you know.
Let's see if
We
they go to
might.
Accra.
Oh wait, we
first.
might. Yeah, did we hear their?
Well, they had Ireland, and I was impressed by that because Ireland aren't even in the World Cup. Like we didn't qualify, but they still had.
Oh, they still had the
So I
Irish
thought that was.
streak, yeah,
that was pretty
Blame Henri for that.
I think I can't skip this. Sorry, we're taking our time. I think this is because it's our first game and I didn't sign in with a profile. Yeah. So here we go. All right.
Which
Chris,
one of
feel
you
free
is
to do
United
running.
States?
The blue.
If you have any FIFA questions,
Which
Chris
one of
Waters.
you personally is playing as the United States?
I'm the United States, only naturally.
All
I'm
right.
blue, I'm white, and you're blue.
Go
Danny
US.
Danny's living his inner African.
Do a soccer kick. Run onto the ball.
So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to send them in. Yeah.
Yeah, we're checking out the chat at twitch.tv/GameSpot, and we're also looking at the GameSpot comments and all GameSpot situations. Like, join us with your words.
Get in. In terms of like how it plays, it's very similar to FIFA 14, like the current gen ones. Or I don't even know, like the
you mean
360
you mean
and
the last-
PS3
yeah.
one. Yeah, I don't know which way we're going with that.
Yeah, I mean, why would they even change it? Like,
So they've done some stuff. They've like changed like the players do better. Like it's usually the same sort of stuff there every year, where they like fix the passing up a bit, tighten it up. Like some of the off the ball movement that was in FIFA 14 has been introduced. But like it's kind of hard to do a like by like comparison because these are the best players in the world. So like every international team is generally like
being super good at
yeah,
stuff.
they're usually pretty decent.
Offsides, yeah.
Nice offside, Eric.
Yeah, this is pretty much exactly the same as old gen.
This is the first time you've
This is the first time, yeah.
had a go at this.
But the current gen one definitely feels a lot better.
There's a demo out for this already as well, so people can actually play. Or I'm going to shot now because I might actually have a chance of
Get it, Timmy.
give it straight to Tim Howard.
Timmy boy.
Tim Howard responsible for perhaps my favorite goal of the. Look at that other wing.
Yeah, there we go.
Perhaps my favorite goal of the South African World Cup games, which is the one you guys did against. Which was it? It was a North African team. Oh, no!
Oh, so close. The blue team almost
Come on,
did such
Josie.
a good kick.
What was the game you guys where he equalized in the last minute?
man.
Algeria.
Algeria, yeah, that was amazing.
Algeria.
The Donovan goal.
Yeah. Where Tim Howard threw the ball out to the halfway line.
Fenlig in the Twitch chat echoes my sentiments when he says, "Sports harder, guys.
Sport hard.
Sporting as hard as I
Do
can.
more sports."
Gotta lean forward.
Oh no. Get it.
I had to take a shot. All right.
Do you know?
I'm going ultra attack because
Oh,
I'm
nice
playing this on a
ball.
live stream and somebody needs to score.
Ultra attack. So, it plays similarly to FIFA games
Alright,
that
if
are
you're
already
doing-
out and available for cheaper, but they tend to
If you're doing
release
ultra
these
attack, I'm going
games
ultra attack.
as not as full price products. Is this a $40, $50
Yeah,
one?
this
do you
is,
guys
but I
know?
get I don't know. The way I feel about this is that if you're a fan of soccer and like the amount of time you get out of playing one of these FIFA games, oh no, like you'll buy FIFA 14 last year and then play it for, 80 hours. Easily.
Sure.
And like the amount of modes that they try and add to this, like I feel like that's the reason why I want to play it. Like it's all the stuff that's going to be running concurrently with the tournament.
Because it'll tie in tournament stuff, but the tournament is only about a month long.
Yeah,
So,
6 weeks.
like that actual time period, comes and goes. So in terms of how much time you're going to spend playing this, is that also dependent on like online play? And so would you worry about? Nice.
Well, like so when the last one came out, I played the World Cup South Africa one. I really liked that. When that one came out, I played it for the majority of during the tournament, and then I played it up until the release of the next game.
Okay.
Because you're kind of still in like World Cup fever mode because the regular seasons don't start until mid-end of August anyway. So like you get your. And then I remember like spending a bit of time at Christmas, like going back and playing that one a bit. as well.
This is definitely more for the hardcore soccer fan than this.
Do you know what? Actually, I don't think it is. I think the. How would you?
The general fans probably already picked up FIFA 14, don't you think?
What happens apparently? I interviewed one of the developers a couple of months ago, and what actually happens is that they get more like fair weather FIFA fans buying this game than they will the other ones.
Just because of the association with the World Cup.
With the World Cup, yeah. So 50% of the
sense.
people who buy this, they reckon, are people who don't really play FIFA that much. Or maybe buy a FIFA game every couple of years, like instead of every year.
Speaking of, 750 Show from GameSpot wonders, as someone who can't stand watching or playing soccer, would I enjoy this?
Could you get questions from people who like? There's nothing
Let's just
worse
go ahead and say no.
when you're watching coverage of sports games than when people are given just ragging.
I disagree. I hate. I hate's a strong word. I dislike baseball, but I could play MLB The Show.
Oh really?
Yeah. I think a lot of
You
fans.
like to watch baseball?
I'd rather watch paint dry.
There's a baseball game on right now.
No.
No, a lot of people who play FIFA actually don't enjoy soccer. But
You think?
I think so, yeah,
I don't know,
because
man.
they get the kicks, pun intended, out of just playing the game, because maybe they never played it when they were a kid or something.
I don't know. Maybe that's an American thing. In Europe, it's certainly like hand in hand with like everyone. Like a lot of people watch soccer.
Well,
back
of
home.
course, yeah.
Football, sorry.
But you can see how, all right, the actual physical act of getting out and running and playing soccer could not appeal to someone. And then, you know, sitting and watching a game at which they are a passive participant is also not going to thrill them. But when you're sort of taking a more active role, you're involved in it from a strictly like gameplay perspective, you know, I don't think I would enjoy running around and I think I would pretty much abhor to run around and shoot someone with a gun or watch actual people shoot other people with guns, but
I don't know. I feel
if I don't love first-person shooter video games.
That's the
like-
problem with America these days, Chris.
I feel like FIFA specifically, like F1 games and like stuff like that, are for people who like enjoy it. It's not like American football or ice hockey where those games, you know, there's such an entrance, like a requirement to have equipment and other people to play them. Like the beautiful thing about football is all you need is a bunch of folks and a round bouncy thing. So
and like confidence in your degree of physical fitness.
Yeah, but I think
to
that's
some degree,
I don't know.
or like, you know,
maybe that's an American thing. It's like,
and also people don't always have people to play with. You know, especially once you get out of, you know, school days where there are leagues and people just having tons of spare time to play pickup games. I mean,
bury it! No!
oh, what a save!
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
So I could see it, but I guess the wording of the question was can't stand watching or playing.
Are we still on this question?
Probably check out the demo.
Get a good question, Chris.
Check out the demo.
Good question.
Yeah. So what are the bars moving under the players' names? What are
The stamina.
Stamina.
The green is, yeah, that's or when you press shoot, there'll be a bar that increases the longer you hold it. But just the general bar is stamina.
Eric, we can't finish
tie
this game in a 0-0
Can you
tie.
guys please score a soccer goal?
This is like, I know Ryan Mack is back there thinking, man, you play these FIFA games for too long. People don't like watching FIFA.
Yep.
It's just a boring sport. It's always 0-0.
I mean, to be
FIFA's a
fair,
sport?
I don't find this boring to watch. I mean, you guys are competitive players. Like, there's clearly an amount of skill involved here. Like, this is entertaining, despite the questions I may be lobbing at you.
Here we go.
Oh,
Like, I'm legitimately like going to be playing this for the next.
Oh!
Danny, have you started calling it soccer already?
Yeah,
Fair enough.
you got to speak the local.
Are the rosters accurate on smaller countries like Haiti? Wonders Goob Shoe Riot.
Yes. One of the interesting things I saw were. Oh, here we go. Like what they do with all these games, because this is like a pre-release version, what they do with all of them is they patch it like up until the tournament. So when the final. Oh, Terrius! Timmy! What, penalty? Offside? Free out, you're kidding me. What they do with all these games is that they patch them right up until release, so they will
So
be
they keep
accurate.
them updated, keep them refreshed.
Yeah, because there'll be players that get injured, you know, like right before the tournament starts,
Sure.
unfortunately.
And that's pretty much par for the course with a
Hopefully
lot of
I'm
the
gonna-
top sports games these days, is keeping those rosters updated
Yeah.
to the minute.
And the FIFA ones, like they're like blazing the trail on that. Like FIFA games, when a player gets injured, immediately in the game, like they have the updates. Like EA actually do the stats tracking in the Premiership. Like the ones that are used on television, EA is powering that. So
pretty
like
incredible.
all that stuff is, you know,
Oh.
Why is
All right,
everyone shot so bad?
Rodrigo AA from GameSpot chat with a question we would have loved to have you chime in with at the very beginning. Can you guys choose the stadium in Recife? It's where I'm currently writing this question from.
So all of these stadiums that are being used in the World Cup are available.
Just not for this demo. Sorry, Rodrigo. But thanks for the question.
Come on. Eric, right? If somebody doesn't score in the next 2 minutes, we just have to score an own goal because I want to show the celebrations.
Okay.
All right, so you just score here. Just score. You can do it. I believe in you. If you don't, I'm going to make my goalie walk into the goal. You can do it.
The players, I'm so used to playing with like Spain.
Oh no! Oh, what has he done?
I'm sorry, Doda. I'm sorry.
Oh, what shame you have.
It's not your fault. It's that me and Eric got stage fright and couldn't score in this game.
It's, performance anxiety is common among many men international players.
Men can't score. It sucks. It's a problem.
Oh, well, they didn't show.
Wait, what? Why didn't it show?
Because it was an OG.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
Because nobody celebrates own goals.
Because all you're watching is the bitter shame of a man
Go score, Danny. Go score.
This is when I said, no, don't let me score now.
I'm going to draw my men out. I'm going to draw them out.
Go ultra attack.
Here.
Put it up, put it up. Give it to the keeper. Don't bring it out. No, what are you doing?
You guys are playing U.S. versus Ghana right now, and that'll be it. But what are your favorite teams heading into the World Cup? Is this an obvious answer on both counts?
Well,
yours is England, obviously, right?
Don't put me in that position, you jerk.
I mean, I'm U.S., obviously. What are you?
I'll be happy. Look, I'm an underdog guy. I'm Irish, so it's a real backhanded compliment to America to be like, I'm an underdog
in
guy.
Our group,
we'll
we're an underdog for sure. In our group.
Yeah, you've got the group of death.
We got the group of death.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Eric Taylor, thank you very much for coming on. Appreciate it. Thanks for kicking my ass.
One more question before you go from someone who claims to be your older brother. Why do you play as Spain so much?
What's his username? That is my brother.
TYL2704.
You one of those Barcelona guys that keep playing online? Who's like, I'm in Barcelona. You can pick whoever you want.
I don't play as Barcelona. I play as Manchester United.
Why do you do it? Why do
I don't play as Spain? Because they're good to play with.
It's okay. No, but he plays Man United and he's playing online.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's okay because they suck now.
Oh, God.
Wait,
what was the score in the Arsenal-Everton game?
All right, enough soccer talk for now. We got Titanfall and Xbox 360 coming up soon. But first of all, if you want to win one of those devastation codes for Call of Duty, make sure you follow GameSpot on Twitter and use the hashtag GSTheLobby and put in your platform of choice. That's only out on 360 and Xbox One at the moment, so make sure you put that in your tweet as well. We're giving away a bunch of those during the show and we'll announce the winners later on. So before we come back for some Titanfall, let's check out the trailer for Call of Duty DLC Devastation. Duty Ghosts now with added the Predator.
Predator, apparently, which you were saying, we were looking at the gameplay clip of that yesterday, Ryan McDonald.
Ryan McDonald, director of the lobby, and also Titanfall expert, which is why we have you sitting here right now.
Go to a wide shot.
Can you just make that happen?
I can totally make that happen.
Yeah,
Right.
go on, make
Go to
something else happen.
Danny Single. There you go.
Oh,
go to
my
gameplay. Go to
goodness.
gameplay.
Gameplay.
There you go.
White shot.
Wide shot.
Doesn't work when you need to do it.
It's amazing. It doesn't work unless I've got the thing.
No.
All right. Ryan McDonald,
Yes, sir.
you've been playing a hell of a bunch of Titanfall.
I have been.
For the past couple of weeks, and now it's out on the Xbox 360.
Yes, sir.
Let's check it out. Let's jump
is,
right in here. Have you played much of this yet?
The 360, I will honestly say I have not. I've been obviously Xbox wanting it, but I will say that in the few moments that I had to try out some Titanfall on the Xbox 360, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised.
What, by how similar it is?
Yeah, I really thought that it wouldn't be, straight up as good. And I think you guys can see it's like they're not doing too bad.
Chris Waters,
a nice little kick attack.
You like that?
I love the kick.
They kept
man.
the kick attacks from the
I like to call them
Xbox
kick
version.
attacks too because it sounds super weird.
Chris, you reviewed this for GameSpot. Have you played any of this on
No,
360
I haven't gotten a chance. It's been a busy morning. What with co-hosting the Sean Method live stream with Sean and prepping some stuff for tomorrow. But yeah, looking at it in action, obviously it's running at a good clip. There doesn't seem to be any kind of glaring frame rate stuff. Although that generally, issues that people pointed out on the Xbox One version tended to crop up when there were like a ton of Titans on screen. And this is still early in the match, so we'll have to see.
We're about.
I mean, it's the textures don't, you can catch them when you're running by stuff. Like maybe there's a little bit less detail, but not really. Like the overall impression, it seems to be very solid.
It definitely doesn't look as good as the Xbox. It doesn't look. The Xbox One version didn't look incredible anyway. They looked okay. The PC one looked better, I guess. But there's nothing that there's nothing here that makes me think, oh wow, this is super old looking.
The one thing I'll say is in the match that I got a chance to play before we came on, I will say that it seemed like everybody was just getting into it. I'm sure that's not necessarily the case, but a lot of the people I was coming up against didn't seem to know exactly what they were doing quite as good as people playing now on the Xbox One.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I might go Xbox 360 for a little bit just to have some fun.
Some romper stomp
Sean
around.
Method some people, right?
What generation are you?
I'm Gen 3 actually, almost Gen 3, almost Gen 4. I'm 47, so I'm almost there. The regen requirements, that's one thing that I don't think a lot of people know, is that they get real specific. You got to use the railgun to kill 50 people to get from Gen 3 to Gen 4.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it gets a little steep.
If you've got any questions from Mac or Chris about Titanfall on the Xbox 360, please put them in the chat, and they will be relayed to us on the stage post haste.
And to preempt one, regen, like that gen re-enlisting stuff, is basically the Titanfall equivalent of Prestige.
Correct.
You reach level 50, and then it delivers those conditions to you, and you can re-enlist. And it starts you back from the beginning in terms of all your unlocks and what have you, and your level. But I guess you gain experience at an accelerated rate.
I think the first regen is 110%, I think. And then 120, and then obviously 130. I think keeps going.
I have not re-enlisted yet because I've got both Xbox One and PC in the mid 40s. I'm close on both, but I've been splitting my time for various reasons. Squish!
I know, right? I know Eric Tay and Benito were trying to get me to play on the PC with them, but I didn't want to split my efforts.
Did that couch just appear?
It did.
Yeah, and so that stuff. This you see the occasional texture mishap on other things.
I don't think the textures are as good either.
Yeah, but does that? I mean, that stuff to me certainly isn't what makes Titanfall. It could have some impact on your experience depending on what kind of preferences you have vis-a-vis your own visual fidelity. But so far so good.
Yeah.
So in saying that this is almost like for the Xbox One, except maybe it doesn't look as sharp, certainly not as good as the PC. What do you think about the whole of them delaying this thing for a couple of weeks? Because rumors around the industry is that this thing was done and dusted.
Really?
Before Microsoft decided to hold it back for a further 2 weeks on the Xbox One version.
Given that there's not any sort of glaring technical issues that makes us think oh god, they really had to scramble to get this thing seaworthy, then what other motivation would there be for them to hold it back?
Yeah.
So to you know, have
Xbox
people
One
only be able to buy it on the Xbox One and the PC.
For a couple of weeks.
Yeah, to try and help move those sales. And I believe actually tomorrow.
Ooh, look at that, dude. The textures were.
Yeah, on the Titan texture is not
Look
so
at that,
good.
dude.
There they are. They
That took a while to pop in there.
It took a little while.
Looks.
Danny, that'll be interesting to talk about tomorrow, actually, because the NPD numbers are going to be released for game sales and system sales for the past quarter, I believe. So, you know, Justin Haywald, our news guy, and Eddie, they're going to be sort of taking a look at those numbers and analyzing them and seeing what they mean. Because, you know, what does it mean for sales if the Xbox One outsold the PS4 during that period, or what if or
kind of
vice versa, you know?
You know, I have to admit, I saw Target's deal where they've got that. We had that news story where Target's got Titanfall, Xbox One, and a 12-month subscription to Xbox Live for like $450.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm tempted to want to do it. Like, even though I have an Xbox One, I could always use another one.
You could always use another one?
Really? Just in case, yeah.
What do you mean?
Just making it rain consoles over here. Woo!
You know, sometimes we have, Titanfall parties and we, need some extra boxes.
All right.
I got some questions here from the
Put me
folks
on the list.
at home. Food Rules on GameSpot ask, when is the Titanfall Xbox 360 review coming out?
The Xbox 360 review is going to be probably tomorrow afternoon. You know, I haven't had a lot of time to play with this yet, but looking at it, it's basically a matter of, assessing how this compares to the Xbox One and PC versions, which I've already reviewed. If it doesn't vary very differently, then there's not a lot of work to do for the review because it's pretty much there. The analysis still stands.
Yeah.
But certainly, end of day tomorrow, you can look on GameSpot for a video sort of detailing like differences on the platforms and my thoughts on that. And then it'll be off to PAX East on Thursday.
Oh yeah, I got another question here saying that are there significant differences between Titanfall on the 360 and Titanfall on the Xbox One? Warren, come in with the damn statue. Check out this thing.
Wow, this is the
This is awesome.
Legendary Edition. What do they call it?
This is the I've got too much money. I want to buy a
Edition?
second Xbox One edition.
I know, right?
Does it? And
that,
it like
dude.
lights up.
Then you can choose red or blue. See, look at that. I might want it that way.
Yo, choose red.
I want that way.
Yo, choose blue.
I want that way.
Yo, choose green.
Oh, I can't do that. Sorry.
All right. It's like a German techno party's happening inside that Titan.
And like, yeah, the guy up here, like, his face is changing.
Yeah, really?
color, too. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, we get it.
Why would his face change
No,
color?
he's got
He's like a Spectre
his
dude?
like butt is
Up here?
his
Up
like
here?
little jump pack butt is glowing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at that
Yep.
butt.
This is insane. I mean,
Look at that butt.
like this.
Get all up in that butt. Right in there.
We're giving
This-
one of these away
this
at
looks-
PAX, right?
This looks cool, but like, I want it.
Apparently
I want it to
we're giving this
move. I
away.
want to play with it. I want to be like.
There's another one. I don't think it's this actual one. There's another one that'll be given away.
Yeah?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one.
That's at Demonstrative Devs?
That's it. No, it's at your lobby. I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Giving away more stuff at the lobby at PAX East. I had no idea.
Break it.
I gotta keep that for myself. Yeah, sorry, you haven't had a chance to play it yet, so you don't know if there's any differences between those. Do you know if there's any difference between the servers, dedicated servers on 361?
No, I don't. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't think that. I think on paper there's parity between the two generations, and that's what Respawn has said the whole time. Certainly there's going to be technical specifications that differ because of the power of the consoles, but. 12 players, all the maps, all the modes, etc., etc.
And Xbox One players don't play with 360 players.
Nah.
Geglington's asking on Twitch.
No.
None of that.
No.
He's
no
thinking of the future.
cross-pollination.
Yeah, that would be.
This is the future. They just announced new consoles.
They need more future to get that working first.
Yeah, we need more
I want it to
future.
be like the Dreamcast, where
Right.
you had the Quake 3 got hacked and you could play with PC
It was
players.
so much fun when you can play with the mouse and keyboard and you had the broadband adapter on the Dreamcast. Oh, you just kill people, just run through people. It was awesome.
See, that was the future.
That's why I want to come back.
Yeah, I can't imagine why people don't want that. Console players just
We wrecked
get
it for everybody,
annihilated.
yeah, right?
Did you go into a different map here?
I am.
Let's
I am
just
on a different
check
map.
out a different map. The more things we can look at, the better. See how
Militia.
pretty they are.
Ryan, what's your weapon of choice?
I would have to say, I guess right now it's the Plasma Railgun and a Titan because I still need like 25 to get my regen.
That's not your weapon of choice,
All right, fair
man.
enough.
Your weapon you want to like
triple
when
threat.
you're just like, I need to run, I need to like destroy all these fools. What do you rock?
It is definitely the triple threat when I'm in a Titan, if I'm doing like Last Titan Standing. If you get way up on somebody with the triple threat, That's just not
Great,
great.
some sweet grenading there, by the way.
Do you do the aim down sights on the triple threat?
I sometimes.
That's a trick that I learned from I think Ryan Schubert.
Yeah.
If the triple threat normally spews them in a horizontal spread,
Correct.
but if you aim down sights, it switches it vertical.
It does.
Ooh.
And it does do some business.
Yeah.
Could you try and get, is this the level with the water?
It does.
Or one of them?
One of them, yes. There is some water there.
Could you check out some water? I want to see.
Go to the left.
Let me go here.
Yeah, murder that guy first. Is there more water behind you, or is it here?
Yes.
Is there more water?
Yeah, go that way.
I'm going this way.
I don't care about your score. I just
right.
want to see what the water looks like
I'm
on this
doing it.
version.
Yeah.
Doing it.
Have they put a bunch of fog in there?
Yeah. There's some fog. I think that there's like
Look towards
the water
the fog.
actually like
Look at that.
moves a little
Foggy.
bit.
Okay.
Like the surface. This surface is totally flat on this water. It looks like, but yeah. I mean, these maps, and this is the thing about these Titanfall maps.
They're huge.
They go out really far. Like you can go out and hang out by all these drop ships.
It's like Crisis now.
I never go out this far.
Why would you ever? No one is here. It's a wasteland.
Is that a big barrier of stones?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is like
it's
the
like
edge,
Normandy, man.
the edge of existence.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Cara Bear is asking, are there actually any benefits to prestiging in Titanfall, or is the only really there to mix it up?
It's, I would say, straight out, it's just the dumb XP modifier that gives you more XP, and then it gives you the little tag that says, yo, you did that.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
So it's like flair.
It's
like
hard.
It's like badges on your shirt.
It's hard when people ask that question to keep
justify
going.
it.
to not feel like you've wasted your life.
Certainly about 10 hours, yeah. Of it, yeah.
All right, go murder some fools.
All right, I'm
If you have any more questions,
Oh, right in the knee.
feel free to send them on. Right in the knee.
Oh, look
at that
guy.
dude.
Look at that. Oh, I got murdered.
You got carabiners.
Yeah.
Carbindled.
What's it like going back and playing with like a new set of, like going back to the original guns? You still use that main machine gun like most of the time, right? I've
lot
never
of the time.
changed from it.
It's a really good gun.
It's really effective. I just don't, I don't know. I prefer to, I find like other guns more fun. I like the smart pistol a lot. Like I really do, even though it's weird. I like it because it's weird, because it's different, because it forces me to play in kind of a different way.
Didn't they patch it so that it takes slightly longer to get the third lock?
Yeah,
on
they
or
did a
something?
little balance tweak. Oh, that
Oh,
person
don't yeah! Suck it down!
What was that? They just like jumped and was reloading right there.
It's not optimal
brutal.
timing for him.
Yeah, I can tell. I know what you mean with the. You got some noobs here on the.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's like I am kind of excited. I want to.
But I mean, that's, getting hit by a Titan, you're not seeing the Titanfall glowing pillar. You are hearing incoming Titan, and you listen.
And half the time it does it like 2 seconds before it hits you anyway.
Yeah, and so it's not something like they're just standing in this giant glowing pillar that you're seeing like, all right, this is gonna be cool. Maybe I'll get some regen out of this. It's green. I don't know. It's
the health zone.
It's the health zone.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
you're getting Rodeo Drive.
Man, I hate when people do that.
I hate when people. Such a bummer.
Do you like to rodeo?
I love rodeoing. I constantly rodeo it. I try to, hop. Oh.
Are you finding this playing any different at all, Mac, to the way it played on Xbox One or PC? Or?
It's funny because I would say that no was my first response, but there is definitely it's like there's a little choppiness to it. Obviously, you saw when there was a bunch of Titans and explosions, it got a little choppy. But aside from that, I will say I'm pleasantly surprised by. I would have never guessed that the 360 would do it this well, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it seems good.
You're right, though. I am starting to see it seems like. I think Sean was alluding to this morning as well. He was playing when I came in this morning. That the frame rate seems to be a little more wavy. Like it has its peaks and valleys more than less consistent, I guess.
So the question is,
Yes, sir.
do you think you would notice that stuff if you hadn't spent a lot of hours playing Titanfall on Xbox One or PC?
I don't think so. I think, past the initial response I had of it doesn't look as good.
Yeah.
My next, thought was, but it actually does look pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. If I wouldn't have seen the Xbox One or PC version, I don't think anybody would be the wiser. It's one of those things, though. Once you go back,
Of course. You can't differentiate it really, but for a lot of Xbox 360 owners,
they should not be. I don't think anybody. So far, with what I've seen, anyways, I don't think people should be.
It's not like a.
It's not a bummer
It's
deal.
not like a Battlefield 4 situation where if
Correct.
you're playing it on the Xbox 360, there are like real substantive reasons to play on the Xbox One because you get 64-player matches as opposed to 32.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Or if you're playing it on PC,
That's a big reason.
DLC never comes out because it's busted.
Exactly. That's a big reason to sort of shift your playing or to incentivize you to go elsewhere.
Yo, that
But with
Titan fell.
With this being good, you know. Yeah, we'll see. But this is so far. Oh, punch him! That is my favorite thing to do.
Ryan,
Like, yeah, squish, and they just explode into little giblets.
are you still playing much Titanfall?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Really?
Yeah.
How much Titanfall did you play this week?
This weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably 4 or 5 hours.
Really? All right. I'm just interested.
I probably played 2 hours
this weekend?
Yeah.
Really? All right. That was the thing a lot of people were wondering. Because obviously there's no like
What kind of longevity would that game would that have?
people worry that would you be. I guess 15 maps is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean we also have a second review coming for Titanfall from Peter Brown, who he has not really played a competitive for online shooter since like Halo 3. So he's sort of taken the approach of someone who, you know, I did the review, but I play these games all the time. He doesn't play these games all the time, but you know, this one appealed to him. So how is it from that perspective? He's working on that. I'm not sure what the ETA is. Maybe we can ask him when he comes on. But it'll be interesting to see because you know that kind of longevity. You know, Ryan's longevity with this, like, the dude was probably going to be playing a number of hours of a first-person shooter this weekend anyway.
Yeah.
It just happened to be Titanfall because it's Titanfall
Latest
time,
one.
you know?
It's Titanfall time. They should have used that in their marketing. All right, Mac, we're going to let you get back to directing this show. Thank you
sir.
very much for coming on. Could you do that trick with the camera thing
Yeah,
again?
let's go out of gameplay and go white shot. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hey,
Can you make it so that
You still have to do the toss,
the set
right?
is like somewhere else? Can you
Yeah.
say like
Yes.
transport set to?
I can do that. I can
Boston.
say. I can totally do that. Should we throw it to the PAX clip or?
Oh no, we'll do it. We'll do it
You
later
want to
on.
go over this way?
Do you want to talk about that for a second?
Yeah,
Before-
totally.
We're gonna show the trailer later on, but we're
Yeah.
at PAX next week.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It'll be awesome.
We were like, you guys were like logistically trying to figure out how we can get this set to PAX.
Yes.
So you had somebody take a photograph of the set and printed it.
Yes, I did. Yeah, so people at PAX will see it, and then those that don't get to make it to Boston, they'll get to see the fun that we're going to have on Saturday, next Tuesday when we do the show.
Yeah. Fun times.
That, and then Demolish the Devs, we've got that on Saturday, and again, if you're not there for the action yourself in Boston, we'll be showing that to you when we get home on Monday.
Sweet.
You want to see that, and then Friday night.
Yeah.
You guys got to come out. Anybody that's anywhere near Boston's got to come hang out. There's
beverages.
yeah, totally. Later in the show, there'll be a place that says where to go and what to do and how to hang out with us.
All right, Mac, thanks very much for coming on.
Thank you, sir.
You go
Appreciate
back
it.
and do your job.
All right.
We'll be back in a second with Mary Kish and new releases. But first of all, Rob Handlery was told to make a feature about space engineers. And over the weekend, he ended up stumbling into a server with a bunch of dudes who made some insane ships. We got some highlights of that right here.
Welcome to Space Engineers. Yes, it is basically Minecraft in space, but there's no shame in that. Minecraft you build, Space Engineers you build, and fly. And most importantly, you wage war. With the recent add of multiplayer and survival mode, the game has made a milestone. The arrival of survival makes mining crucial. Creep into a hollowed out asteroid and set up a mining operation, or coast into a ship graveyard and start scavenging. Maybe you don't have time to mine, and you just want to build. Utilize creative mode and let your imagination babies fly. Set up bases, ships, scenarios, whatever you want. The best part is being able to share it with the community, as well as getting to see what they've been up to. Case in point, I begin playing people's servers. Most of them were bland. I'm about to call it a night, and then I see Star Wars in all caps. Star Wars is easily the best sci-fi known. Oh my god, is that a Bespin cloud car? And that's an X-Wing, and a Y-Wing, and a T-16 Skyhopper? I used to bullseye womp rats in that thing. I politely express my appreciation, and to which they reply, want to see a Star Destroyer? Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Holy god. Engine room, control tower, X-Wing hangar, which I let slide. We have another Star Destroyer. Do you want to see it? Yes. Wow. A couple of friends and I built the Normandy in mass relay. Do you want to see it? Yes. Aw, you. As you can see, this is Space Engineers. It's not just the game, it's the community that makes a sandbox like this so incredible. And from here on, it's just gonna get better.
It's ridiculous.
That is awesome. That mass relay is so cool.
That's a real effect as well.
Oh yeah?
No.
What?
Rob definitely did that in post, but it's still pretty good.
Oh,
I'm
the
gonna,
like blue flashy thing?
yeah. But yeah, if that's like what's happening in Space Eng already, then it's going to be some awesome stuff coming out. I'm going to give away some of these codes at Midas Rav, at Michelle Yes, at Alex Clemens 1, at Mikey88 Chaos, and at Cameron Mines. You're all winners of Devastation codes.
Congratulations.
For nice work. We got a
Oh
bunch
my
more to give away.
goodness.
So make sure to follow.
So much winning.
Make sure to follow at GameSpot, hashtag GS the Lobby, and make sure to put in either Xbox 360 or Xbox One in your tweet so we know which one you want. Hey, Chris Waters.
Oh.
Did you know there are new video games coming out this week?
This very weekday?
Yeah. Titanfall on Xbox 360 is one.
I say that is quite surprising.
And we have somebody right here who can tell us all about them. Her
Who
name is Mary. I wonder if it's her birthday this week. What's up?
Hi, it's
How you
my
doing?
birthday.
Did you update your background?
This is the standard. This is the birth of a new background so that you can see your whole week in a glance.
Is it going to rain on Saturday?
I kind of made.
You're
I
gonna
don't
be
know,
across
I
the
assumed that
country, Danny, it
would.
doesn't
That's
matter.
kind of guess. So my thought was on Tuesday you're gonna be playing Titanfall. Now, I mean, Connect Sports Rivals also comes out, but I made an executive decision that you'd want to see that more.
You think?
Titanfall for the win. Then you have the Wolf Among Us, Warlock, and then it's kind of sunny, so maybe just go outside for a little bit.
Where is the weather for that?
And then it is what it is.
Is that San Francisco?
I kind of because if it was San Francisco, it would be cloudy every day. So this is kind of like I'm not sure where this.
What is it going to be like in Boston?
Nobody knows. You're not gonna go outside anyway. I don't know why you guys are even asking
That's a
these
good point.
questions.
That's a
You're gonna
good-
be inside
yep.
playing Dark Souls because Lord knows you haven't beaten it yet on the Xbox or on the PS3. So
Nope.
What else is
anyway,
not?
let's check out Titanfall because this comes out today on the Xbox 360.
Roll the tape.
Roll it.
No.
Nope.
You're going to have to free ball this
We're
one.
not
Now,
gonna
here we
do
go.
it. There he goes.
That's not what it really looks like.
Titanfall comes out on the 360 today.
It looks really good on
So you can join
Xbox.
everybody else.
Very
looks pretty
hazardous.
good. It looks. I would say the graphics are really realistic.
I want to be that dude
pretty
with the
good.
mustache.
You have to prestige one. You have to re-enlist to unlock that guy. He's too cool.
Life is better with a Titan.
That's what they say. So Connect Sports Rivals also today. If you kind of, I don't know, want to get 2 games or you're just weird, you can get this one and play this today instead.
It's
5.0 from GameSpot.com.
It's got all the stereotype players that you want. It's got like that Russian lady
Does it have
that
sassy
nobody
chick?
listens to.
Does it have
She's
stern
so sassy.
gentlemen?
She's got everything. And then this is The Wolf Among Us.
Oh, look
episode
away.
3, but I don't want you guys to get any spoilers.
Look
so
away. I'm literally closing my
instead,
eyes.
Here's a baby wolf among bears.
Oh.
So it's so cute.
Big
Then
me
this
wolf.
technically comes out today, but some people don't get it until the 9th, so just don't talk about it until we're ready. Warlock 2, The Exiled. This comes out on the 10th. Now, I know that what you guys are thinking, but just because it's got hexes and cities does not mean that it's Civilization 5. So this is a new game. It's awesome. It's definitely worth checking out, especially if you like that kind of like turn-based style.
And
then
giant spiked
Persona
turtles.
4, the PlayStation 2 classic that everybody loves, it's coming to PlayStation 3. But this isn't golden. This isn't the Vita version. This is the PlayStation 2 classic coming to PlayStation 3. So if you
Okay.
liked it, it's definitely worth picking up.
Let's get the endurance run
Even
started
though it's
up
not
again.
golden, which everyone flips their
It is
biscuit
not
about.
golden, yeah. And then finally, I don't know how they have time to keep making video games, but the Lego series has popped out another one.
All that the TT Games does.
This
Lego all
one's The
day.
Hobbit. I believe this is just movie 1 of 3. They'll come out during Christmas. This is the Desolation of Smog. And even though
But
nobody
technically
knows
that's
anything
the
about
second
it,
movie title, Mary.
That's-
So
oh,
could
yeah.
you please just place in canon where
it's the same thing.
Okay.
And even though I haven't played it yet, I'm pretty sure that it's already better than the Peter Jackson version.
What's your favorite video game that came out this week?
I've only been playing Dark Souls 2
Still playing Dark Souls.
on PlayStation 3 because I haven't beaten it yet.
All right, well, go play Connect Rivals
So
and
that's
get
my
back
favorite. It'll be my favorite until something else comes out.
to me. Thanks, Mary.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
More new releases next week. Maybe, I don't know. We're doing it at PAX. We might just skip that bit.
No.
No?
Not going to be new releases
Nada?
next week.
All right.
Probably.
You know, we also won't have next week, but we have in just a few minutes is Tech Time with Peter Brown. But before we get Peter on the set to talk about making consoles, PCs and stuff, we got a trailer with some of our live show highlights from this week on GameSpot.com.
Brace yourself. Jesus. It's looking glass time.
I've got fire butt, friendly fire butt. I kind of miss my fire butt though.
That's my life now.
Oh shit!
Go to the area.
We're gonna go to the area.
Find anybody while you're waiting for the cab.
All right.
Wait peacefully
Okay.
for the cab to arrive.
Okay. I'm gonna wax your pole, baby. What happens if I use the sponge here? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes, professional work being done at GameSpot. Megabit, 11 a.m. on Monday, barrel rolls and rolling on floors, apparently. Multiple players. This is just so specific. Put balls into colors. The Sean method.
We played an
Hitman.
8-player local co-op on Xbox One.
On what, multiple players?
Yeah.
Awesome. Sean method. Hitman was on this morning. The lobby's on right now. Random Encounter tomorrow is about cleaning up a bloody mess. That new weird game where you clean up after first-person shooter things.
Oh, really?
Has come from Steam Greenlight. And now playing as well on Friday, and then on Saturday there's something else, but the graphic went, so I don't know. Peter Brown!
Hey!
Thanks very much for joining us, my friend. We have a bunch of stuff to talk about today. You have a console, you have a PC between your legs.
Whoa, don't spoil it.
But first of all, I want to talk about this little box that's on the table. So Amazon have finally released their...
Can I touch this?
Touch it.
Kindle Fire. Explain to the folks at home what the hell this is and why they should care.
The Kindle Fire TV is an Android-based multimedia entertainment device.
Great,
And
sounds vague.
Yeah,
and
I know. Yeah, that's really what it is, man. I mean, so basically, this little box right here is $100. It's linked up to Amazon's own video services. And you can watch Netflix and Hulu, but the big thing is, it can play games, right? And that's true. It can.
It literally can.
It will play games.
With this thing that Chris has in his hand.
Yeah, you can use this controller right here. But this is $40. It does not come included with the $100 package.
Okay.
You can also use this little guy to control games.
That's a remote control for my stereo, isn't it?
Yeah. And it also plays games on the
And it
Kindle
also
Fire
has a
TV.
microphone.
Yes, it does. If you're
It
Gary,
also shave.
only well.
Make julienne fries.
What are you trying to say, Chris? Yeah. So, I mean, we all like to hear about new gaming devices, right? I mean, it's interesting to a degree.
Yeah.
But
Still haven't gotten over how cool the Ouya is.
Right. Amazon has picked up a few different people. They've got Clint Hawking of Far Cry 2 fame, Kim Swift of Portal fame. They bought Double Helix, the team behind Killer Instinct on Xbox One.
Yes.
And the new Strider remake. But so far, the games that they have are rather unimpressive, let's say.
So what are we talking about? Are we talking about games? Are we talking about stuff that's out on Android phones? Are we talking about console games coming to this thing?
A lot of Android stuff is available. It's been ported to Amazon's marketplace. You do not get to use the Google Play Store, which has the breadth
Oh, really?
of Android community. Right, you do not.
Okay.
But then Amazon, like I said, they're investing in bigger games. Right now, they have one called Sev Zero.
Yes.
It's a tower defense, like third-person shooter hybrid. It looks like a Halo clone. I mean, obviously, it's not gameplay-wise, but it seems like they're chasing trends that have been successful in the past. I'm not totally convinced yet, but they've brought a lot of people on board, right?
It just seems like where's the niche that it's trying to fill? Is it trying to give me a new way to watch streaming video on my TV? I have like 5 of those.
Yeah,
Is it trying to give me a new place to play games? Already set. Like what is it where's the niche that like would be the piquing my interest?
I mean, we watch our Hulu, Netflix content on a game console, right? It's primarily for gaming. We have that stuff there. It works. It's great. We don't have to change inputs. We're good to go. A lot of people who don't play games might have a Roku or some other device that'll provide streaming services for them.
Or it just comes right into their smart TV.
Sure, but those are typically lacking in the little extra features that make things, really nice. So they give you that sort of like ooh factor, right, with the new product.
The ooh yeah.
The ooh yeah. Every Amazon service on this device has integrated really great functionality, including voice search. It's really good at detecting things you like based on history. Like that's nothing new, but it's all handled really well and is, Amazon apps run really quickly on this. The downside is that the other apps don't. But anyway, back to the point, I think that people who don't typically play games want a better streaming device than their Roku or something else that's aging, They'll pick this up and then they'll figure out, it plays games, right? And then they'll play with this. And there's 6 buttons on here and like a directional pad. And then maybe they'll want to upgrade. I mean, I figured that's what Amazon's hoping. I don't think they're tackling the typical console gaming market.
But then in that situation, then why are they, hiring all of these people within the industry who some would say are very respected, some of the biggest names?
Well, I don't think it's to attract people like us, right? I think it's getting people who have been tastemakers, who have done great work in the past, and it's probably sort of like it's a pretty long bet they're making, right? So if they can get people interested in gaming, they'll have these people that are already there establishing pretty good games, so that when they do want to make that leap, there's already stuff there for them.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily convinced that it's going to pay off in the next 2 years, right?
But they're dipping their foot in the water, it kind of seems like.
Yeah.
This is first.
And they've got money to play around.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
The benefit of the Ouya, I would say, is at least that it's an Android device that's concentrating on games. Does this feel like it maybe is an afterthought?
I wouldn't say it's an afterthought, but it's definitely secondary to everything else. There is a lot of content that's there, but it's not necessarily distinct from other devices just yet.
Cool. All right, enough about the Amazon Fire TV HD malarkey. What is this you have between your legs, good sir?
What do you think this is?
It looks like a personalized computer.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
What are you
It's
doing
like
with
a regular old PC in a box.
Well, would you believe it if I told you this is a gaming PC that we built for the exact same price as an Xbox One?
Does it play Titanfall?
It might play Titanfall. I think we've got some footage maybe. People want to roll that while we're talking.
Okay, so is this a project you've been working on?
Yes, myself and Mark Walton, our editor in the UK, we both built computers that cost the same amount as an Xbox One. And that's after state and local taxes, like the highest you can pay, which is around $550 in the United States.
Okay.
I focused on Intel and NVIDIA hardware. He's focusing on AMD, ATI stuff. And later this week, on Thursday, hopefully, we're going to have a feature up that's going to show how well a PC like this can perform. We definitely had to, we bought Windows, no piracy allowed. That's $100 eaten out of our budget.
Damn.
Yeah. And that, when you're building on such a low cost, it's a pretty big hit.
So where was the biggest where was the biggest point at which you had to cut out of your budget for one piece of the computer? I'm assuming the graphics card was probably one of the major places.
The graphics card is chief. Yeah. But then at the same time, if you spend all your money there, you're going to miss the other parts that really support what the graphics card is doing, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to bottleneck any part of it.
How much RAM is in it?
I'm not revealing anything about this.
You're not going to say?
No.
You can have a look inside.
You can have a look inside.
How much did you spend on the case? It doesn't have quick releases.
It just a case that cheap does not have quick release. No, I'm not going to reveal any details. That's the whole point of the feature. And I will say that there are some very interesting takeaways. I was surprised for a lot of different reasons.
It's got a 720 RPM hard drive in there. It's not an SSD. Right? Am I right?
I don't know.
At least give me that, Peter.
Find out on Thursday how accurate Danny peering through tiny holes in a computer case is.
Yeah.
If anyone can recognize the graphics card that's on that, it's got one HDMI port, one thing. I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, I think this is really interesting, and I'm really curious once I finally put this together how I really feel. Because right now I could see an argument for a console and a PC at this price.
My favorite part of this cheap case you bought is that it actually does have USB and microphone jacks, but it also has this other flip which just shows you the inside of the computer.
No, it's for your VHS tapes.
You can just put this for a VHS tape. Just put your hand in there and get out your RAM. Upgrade your RAM without having to turn off your... My hands.
You've done this before.
Danny is going to fondle your RAM for long minutes.
And get your hand stuck.
Yeah.
All right, so when's that up on the site?
Thursday. We're shooting for Thursday. It's an international collaboration. We're working our hardest to get this done and up on the site for everyone to see.
Hot collabos.
Yeah.
I like it. Peter Brown, thank you very much for coming on. Really appreciate it. We're going to play some Dark Souls 2 on the PC, not this PC.
Using this.
Yeah, sure.
No, we're not going to.
Hopefully using the Amazon Fire Remote Control.
Using the Amazon Fire Control.
But before that, here's 60 seconds of a mobile game.
Have you ever heard of Moritz Cornelis Escher? That's MC Escher if you're feeling bold. He's the man who proved that gravity is for chumps, and I bet he had no idea that he would influence video games 40 years after his death. Monument Valley dazzles and enthralls. The elaborate structure springing to life as you prod the contraptions with your finger. And you know what? I'm glad this has touchscreen controls. I feel like a giant god transforming the world to my whims. Plus, Monument Valley is mighty fine looking. Quiet and serene, the hour I spent solving spatial puzzles enraptured me. And I'm not one who normally plays on mobile, but I can't deny something special when it lands on my lap. Intrigued? Drop $4 on this piece of digital art for whatever iOS device you have, and praise the imagination of the long-dead Dutchman with the catchy name.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Tom McShay, for that. Kevin Van Ord, as is tradition, we have you on the show to talk about Dark Souls.
That's all I do
all
on this show. That's the thing I do.
Chief Dark Souls correspondent Kevin Van Ord.
I'm here for.
Dark Souls is coming out on the PC pretty soon, right? Next couple of weeks?
Yeah.
So,
April 25th.
Almost a month after the console versions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we have a look at it right here. So
a lot of work went into making sure that this looked exactly like it does on consoles, except the higher resolution. What are you doing to me, Danny?
Nothing. Keep going. Nothing.
Touch me.
It's touching.
So oh God.
It's the host prerogative. You just have to let it happen and continue like it's not happening.
This is my set.
So the game
you want to be a star,
out,
don't you?
So I don't know who these people are. I guess they're other press members. Like when I get close, I see the ghosts and whatnot. So there was some dude here just a minute ago when I first came in. But so I'm hoping that I'll show something that hasn't been shown on the show yet, because I mean people have seen it. But what I mean is something that I haven't shown on this show.
And if folks have any questions at all for the PC version of Dark Souls 2 for Kevin, please send them on in. First of all, I'm going to ask the super obvious question: does this look better on a PC?
Well, it does, because it runs at a higher resolution. And it runs at the higher frame rate, at good 60 frames a second.
Okay.
So.
But in terms of effects or
the rest, exactly the same.
Okay.
It's platform parity in the strictest sense of the term. The lighting model does not look like it did in the pre-release versions that we saw. So people that are pretty sensitive to that have seen the comparisons between the initial showings of the game and so forth. But I'm going to have her move. Oh no, she wants 2,000 souls and I don't even have enough souls.
Insufficient
I'll be
souls.
Quick. I'll try to be as quick as I have. Let's see if I have any souls that I can use in my inventory.
No problem. You're playing this on a pad right now, right?
No, I'm going to go and kill some things real fast.
All right. Murder stuff.
Do a murder and don't die from it.
I'll just go and kill something real fast. I promise.
Okay. That's we'll see.
So that I can get into areas that we have yet to show.
First question comes in from CYP View, asks, how well does mouse and keyboard work with this game? You're playing on a pad at the moment.
Yeah, I am playing with a pad at the moment because I still think ultimately it's better with a pad for several reasons. It plays okay on mouse and keyboard. Much better than the original for sure, which, as you recall, just showed the mouse pointer on the screen all of the time.
Yes.
Which was ridiculous, and the key bindings were stupid, and now you can use a mouse and keyboard just fine. But there are a few caveats though that I want to make sure to mention. One of which is that you're always seeing the mouse and the Xbox 360 prompts. Even when you're using a mouse and keyboard, all of the prompts are still going to be for the Xbox 360.
Okay.
And also, you're still, if you want to just use the Xbox 360 controller, you're still going to need the mouse and keyboard for doing things like, for example, typing in your name. When you have to give it your name, because it doesn't have like a pop-up thing when you're using a keyboard. So it's like, okay, well, I'm going to have to get close to that. I'll try to kill this thing real quick.
Kill this big, massive, hulking dude. While you do that, I'm going to ask a couple more questions. Abyss_Archer asks, what's the maximum frame rate? In fact, Eminem Stranger asked, can you get higher than 60 frames per second?
I think it's locked down at 60, I think. Because when I was running this, it was, when I was using fraps while I was playing, it was showing only 60. It never got over 60. I have 2,000, so I'm going back now.
Can you have a look at the view there?
Yeah, let's take a look at the view. Sure.
It's all pretty.
It is pretty. The highest Tower of Flame is a great place to just hang out and look at the view. You know, in terms of Dark Souls 1, the draw distances are better and so on and so forth. I mean, in terms of the pure port, it's it's a much better port than the original Dark Souls in the sense
the first one was riddled with issues, right?
Yeah. In the sense that this is what
functional?
You would expect, then yes, it's a much better port. On the other hand, I fully imagine that the Dark Souls community will be on top of this.
Yes.
Really quickly.
Like there was what kind of stuff do you think?
Well, I'm sure there will be HD texture packs.
You're going the wrong way.
For one, I am going the wrong way.
Like so many of the questions we're already receiving are about, like, for instance, Andrew is bored. X2 asks, does it support 120 Hz monitors? Like so much of this game, the community on the PC was all about the minutia of how this looked and how they could upgrade it and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, it's going to be interesting to see what. Oh, I missed this chest. Sorry.
You don't by any chance know off the top of your head if it supports 120 Hz?
I don't know off the top of my head. But my, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of what monitor I played it on at home. But I played it on, actually I played the PC version on my TV, my old TV at home. So I don't know that I have the exact anser for you. I'm so sorry.
It does look
Don't kill
sharper
me.
though. It looked like, obviously it's a higher resolution, so it would. But
it's a higher resolution, but here's an interesting thing. We did a graphics comparison here. IGN did a graphics comparison. Oops, wrong thing. No, I don't want to buy that.
That was close.
Yeah, it was close. I would have wasted that. But here's the thing. Like, if you drop this to 1280 by 720 and ignore the frame rate, the game looks exactly the same on all platforms.
Okay.
It's amazing just how exact it looks. So if you're a PC gamer that really wants the extras, you're not going to get a whole lot of bells and whistles. But again, I think we're going to see the community get on top of this. And I'm really bad at talking and playing at the same time.
Don't worry about it.
So I have a lot of ums to share with everybody.
Just walking through these totally safe areas, which is the heart of the Dark Souls experience.
Yes. But of course, this is, in this version, this is the first. I had to play a bunch today because my save game at home doesn't upload to the cloud, and I could not find for the life of me where the save game file is kept, or if it's just like within the, the actual Dark Souls file.
Speaking of that stuff, Andrew is bored. X2 asks on Twitch, is there Steam overlay support? Is this being put into Steam?
Yes, there is Steam overlay. I was able to use the Steam overlay while I played Dark Souls 2.
Excellent.
He's not going to like it because I don't have the gift. So let's go on. Let's activate this. This
you can't ask him to give you a gift, or is that too forward?
No,
does that violate the etiquette of strange men sitting on chairs in caves?
You need this gift for me to give you my gifts.
Whoa! Prerequisites for gifts.
So yeah, it's a little strange. It's like, in order to get my birthday present, somebody has to have already given you their birthday present.
Well, that's the way the real world works, Kevin. You don't get a birthday present without giving one.
Again, some super specific, nice questions here. Anon828 on Twitch is asking, is the cross-region play restriction option in the PC version?
You know what? I don't know. Let's take a look and see what the menus tell us.
You can invert the access.
Cross-region play restricted. Yes, it was there.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it there? Okay. I didn't see it.
It was above the bottom 3 bars.
Oh, there you're right. Cross-region play restricted.
Is it just unrestricted and restricted?
Allowed.
All right, cool.
Restricted, same thing here. Jump controls. Yeah, so you can change. So this is exactly as it was in the console version, actually.
Yeah.
There's actually a different menu to go in for things like key bindings, where I had to look up certain things because, again, all of the prompts are Xbox 360 controller prompts, even when using a mouse and keyboard.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had to do a little bit of digging. But I will say this: it feels relatively natural with a mouse and keyboard once you get used to the. A lot of the Dark Souls idiosyncrasies about how long animations take and so on and so forth.
Affinity on Twitch asks, how is the port gameplay wise? We've talked a lot about the graphics in terms of how it plays.
It's exactly the same, which is to say it's awesome. I think Dark Souls 2 is an awesome game. I thought Dark Souls 1 was an awesome game. And
Kevin, your health is a little low.
Yeah, gonna do that.
Do you ever play that? Do you ever do that parry game? You go for parries ever?
I've never been a big parrier in Dark Souls, and I'm fine with that because of the way I play.
I think it's parrier.
Parrier. Oh, so it's the fancy kind of parrying.
Yeah.
It's the kind of parrying you can only get in a bottle, really.
Hit that dude.
Bang. Whack. Kersplat.
You've been playing this game quite a lot on various platforms now.
I have, but this is the first time I'm really going through this area on the PC. So.
But how do you? Are you? Is this a game you play for a long period of time? Are you still enjoying it?
I love Dark Souls 2. Yeah, I mean, I love the series. I've loved all of the Souls games. There's a reason Demon Souls was our game of the year, shockingly over favorites like Assassin's Creed 2 and Uncharted 2, which came out the same year. So yeah, I really, really love this series. I still am curious, what would this game have been if that, the lighting model we had first seen had made it through? Would it have been more atmospheric, less atmospheric?
The lighting model that you're referencing was just like so much more in depth.
It was in depth. The dark was darker. The real-time lighting really made, everything flickered and glowed. Like all of the flames looked really remarkable, and it had a different look and a different feel than what we ended up getting.
I hope the same isn't the case for, is it Below? No, what's the game? The game that's using Panta Ray.
Oh, Deep Down.
Deep Down, yeah. I hope the same isn't the case for that, because so much of the gameplay videos they've shown of that, or at least the technical videos of that, show off how like one piece of lighting in a dark cave can really add to like the atmosphere and in ways the gameplay as well, if you're like using the light.
Yeah, and I think heading into sort of the next generation of consoles, people were saying like lighting is going to be one of those huge places where we do see those differences.
Right.
The complexity of the lighting model, the kind of ambiance it can create, the depth of shadows and fog effects, and all this dynamic stuff. That's sort of one of the frontiers in which processing power still, has a long way to go.
And a lot of people, I'm poisoned, which is great.
Poisoned!
One of the things people point out is like, hey, graphics don't matter. Nobody comes to Dark Souls for graphics. But
Devin, you're gonna die like now.
I know, I'm trying to.
You can do it.
But a lot of people, oh, god damn it.
Fall off the cliff.
That's the most embarrassing way to play in the Souls games, totally. But a lot of people, pointing out, nobody comes for the visuals. But, as I pointed out on a little Twitter rant I had today, I think, all those things that we think of as technical, those things are also part of the art design. The textures, the lighting, everything. Just like a painter uses, acrylics or oils or watercolor or whatever, that stuff is still part of the artistic experience. And so I don't think you can really just remove those things from each other. Obviously, you don't need necessarily the power of Tress FX. Or what have you.
Speak for yourself.
Although I think how good Dark Souls would be with Tress FX. Kevin, I'm going to interrupt you there quickly. The Nintendo Direct is currently on at the moment, and they've just announced the new Smash Brothers, and I believe we can actually cut over to what's going on over there at the moment.
Let's take a look.
What do we see? Oh,
what character is this? What character is that? This is all on GameSpot.com. If you go to our news channel, there's a bunch of live blogging going on there as well for all the information on this Nintendo Direct. Is it Smash Brothers? I want to say Smash Brothers 3DS. Is that a thing that's happening?
Yes,
that's a thing that's happening.
Okay, here we go. It's got internet multiplayer.
Dun dun dun.
Look at this nonsense.
Oh wow, it's the Pilot Wings level.
You can play online with the Wii U version.
Tokyo versus
Titanfall
Kyoto.
can't do it, but Smash Bros can. I like it. So that's happening right now. So once the show's over, if you want to head over to GameSpot.com, you can check out
Nintendo.
Continuing coverage of Nintendo direct to you.
Through us.
We are the intermediary.
Nintendo Indirect on GameSpot.
Kevin, thank you very much for coming on.
It's my pleasure.
Really
Poison Showers. They're going to get me every time.
You're going to review this game over
I
the
will
weekend?
when it comes out. This is not official review code. This is preview. So maybe there will be differences. Things that I have described, maybe they will be different.
All right. Kevin, I want to give you one more job to do. There's 5 more winners for our giveaway. You can't pause this game, can you?
No, I can't. It's Dark Souls. You don't pause Dark Souls.
Kevin, I got this.
You die in Dark Souls.
You can read out
I gave it to Chris.
The last 5 winners for our Call of Duty Devastation DLC.
The last 5 winners of something I don't know what you're winning.
The Call of Duty DLC Devastation.
Call of Duty DLC Devastation.
You get to play as the Predator.
Watching you, Chris.
I got poisoned.
You get to play as the Predator, the dude who's on that wall.
Winner number 6. Okay, here we go. Okay, the thing. I don't know. Winner number 6 is Keely H. At Keely H.
Great job.
Winner number 7 is at Zombie97X. Good job. Are these people's real names?
Yeah.
Winner number 8 is at them Georges, or
Them
maybe
Georges.
it's them Georgs, or them Jorge's.
Huzzah!
Winner number 9 is at Carlo Rodriguez.
Nice job, Carlo.
And winner number 10. I'm not racist. I'm saying that because there's 2 Z's at the end.
Good clarification, Kevin.
Winner
Kevin's
number
not
10
racist.
Winner number 10 is
Not racist.
Avenger 805.
Okay.
No, just Avenger 805.
Laptop away from you. Kevin, thank you very much for coming. We're going to be at PAX next week. The lobby is being live. Well, we'll be streaming it on Tuesday at 2 p.m. as we always do, but it's going to be recorded live on Saturday. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But first of all, here's a sick trailer, which is basically going to say everything that I'm going to say once the trailer is over.
If you're attending PAX East in Boston this year, come join the GameSpot crew as we host 2 super fun panels in the Bumblebee Theater. On Saturday, April 12th at 1:30 p.m., we'll be recording a special PAX East episode of The Lobby, complete with awesome guests, cool games, and sweet prizes. Then, at 9 p.m. on Saturday, come on by for the chance to beat game developers at their own games in our Demolish the Developers main event. Flex your skills in Hearthstone, Ultra Street Fighter 4, and Titanfall, and claim a glorious victory that will echo throughout the ages. There will also be prizes. If you can't make it to PAX East, you can still watch all the excitement and shenanigans on GameSpot.com. We'll be streaming the Demolish the Developers replay on Monday, April 14th at 11 a.m. Pacific and again at 2 p.m. The lobby will be broadcast at its normal time of 2 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday, April 15th. And whether or not you're going to PAX East, if you live in the Boston area, we want to hang out. Join us and our friends from GiantBomb.com at the Atlantic Beer Garden on Friday, April 11th at 8 p.m. It's only a few blocks from the convention center, so come on by and have a few pints with your favorite people who talk about games for a living. Hope to see you there.
Lobby and a bunch more stuff live from Boston next week. Before we talk about that, Demolish Developers.
Oh yeah.
You're hosting this bad boy again this year. Explain for the folks at home what that is.
So basically, we get you guys to come to the Bumblebee Theater on Saturday night at 9 p.m. And then we've got Hearthstone developers. We've got Titanfall developers.
Great.
And we've got Ultra Street Fighter 4 Mega Edition.
The new one, which allows you to play as any
It's got all the
Ryu against any other Ryu from the Street Fighter 4.
It's got all of the Streets fighters.
Yeah.
And like you line up, you get a chance to play against them, and if you win, you win some sweet schwag. If you lose, you can also win some sweet schwag.
Excellent.
So it's a lot of fun. It's always fun, like hopping between the games. Like we have last year we did it at PAX Prime, and we had people playing against pro fighting game players, and like winning or like getting these really close matches, and everyone is super hype. It's a lot of fun.
Excellent. And earlier that day at 1:30 in the Bumblebee Theater, the two of us and a bunch of other guests will be doing the lobby live. So it's 1:30 to 2:30 in the Bumblebee Theater on Saturday. I think I can talk about who we have on now. We've got
1:30 to 3?
1:30, no.
Like that's the time slot.
Yeah.
When does it actually start?
It's just an hour long. 1:30 it starts, 2:30 it's over.
Okay.
We've got Rich Gallup, former GameSpot fame. We've got Alexander Bruce, creator of Antichamber. We've Zoe Quinn, creator of Depression Quest. I'm working on It's Not Okay Cupid. Plus, we're going to have a new game there. I'm not going to say what it is or who's coming.
A new game,
and also
that maybe you have heard about.
Maybe you've heard about, but hasn't been playable before.
But
we're going to be playing it.
Haven't seen much about it at all.
Yeah, and we're also going to have the guys from Wolfenstein on as well. Hopefully, they'll be showing us the demo. We're going to see about that.
Yeah,
so all that stuff we're giving Wolfenstein.
Wolfie times. That's what.
Damn it.
It's come on.
God damn it.
It's so.
I knew he'd say it. I knew he'd say it. We've got a bunch of other stuff during the show as well. We'll be giving away PlayStation Vita to whoever can beat somebody else at Star Wall.
Yo, we're having a duel for a Vita.
We're doing a duel, and we're also going to
with space
throwing shirts into the crowd and stuff.
Space narwhals.
Yeah, so it should be fun. Come along. 1:30 in the Bumblebee Theater. So take a load off, sit down, win some stuff, and be entertained. Also, we have the stupid, ridiculous set, which we had to make the executive decision as well over the sign. We don't have a sign today because the sign has been shipped to Boston. We're gonna look. Where's the sign? What is this show?
What is even the name of it?
What is this? Amateur Hour?
Kingpin Live, starring Brotherhood of Steel and some dudes.
Exactly. So it's been a busy week, man.
It's gonna be really fun. I am possibly most excited for Friday night hanging out with
Yes.
Giant Bomb and GameSpot community folks at the Atlantic Beer Garden.
The Atlantic Beer Garden is just around the corner from the show floor.
Although,
Penny Arcade Expo,
because
so
there's
come on
beer
over.
right in the title, it's a 21 plus event.
Yeah. 21 plus from 8 p.m. until about 10. Come over. I think there's going to be free stuff there as well.
Yes.
But we're just going to hang out, have some drinks, chat.
Be great.
Make sure we're super wasted for the show the next day.
Super great.
All that good stuff. But yeah, that's the lobby this week. Thank you very much for coming on and watching this with us today. We've got a Dark Souls comparison video coming up after the credits. Make sure to go to GameSpot.com to the news section for information on Nintendo Direct, and we will see you next week in Boston. This week in Boston. Next week on the live show. Bye bye.